All right, so I know I'm a little late on this one. Sorry, it's kind of been a long weekend with the Super Bowl and everything, and it's been crazy. But this past weekend, I did get a chance to sit down and watch the first two episodes of the Halo series, season two actually on Paramount Plus. I did see season one. I watched it as it was being released last year. I didn't like season one all that much. I thought season one had a lot of really cool things about it. I'm not going to get into review and breaking down everything I felt about season one. I have several reviews and talk about season one on the channel. So you just search it up and you can see my thoughts on season one. I thought season one had a lot of really cool things, but overall it was just very, very disappointed. But going into season two, one, I gotta be honest with you, I'm surprised there was even a season two. I thought there was gonna be a lot of I just felt like it was going to get canceled after the first season. We've seen so many video game movies that never got sequels, all kinds of comic shows and all kinds of stuff that just never get a follow up. So I had really, when season one ended, I was like, oh, well, that's pretty much it. We're never going to see what happens in season two. And when they announced that, hey, we're working on season two, I was actually fine with that. Like, I was actually excited. I remember being super excited for season two when it was announced, because I was like, all right, this is where they're going to go ahead and correct some of the things that they messed up on the first season. Now is a chance for them to course correct, get some of the feedback, and maybe fix some of the gripes that we had about season one. And whether did they do that? That is the question. And I will answer that in a second. But yeah, season one had its ups and downs. Least of the problems was Master Chief taking over something. That was least of the problems, right? Just storytelling was bad and everything. So anyway, I went into season two optimistic because, like I said, it's not often we get a sequel to something, but apparently a lot of people really like the first season of Halo, right? Most of the people that like it are people that don't play the games, right? A lot of people that don't know the lore of the games, don't play the game, they really like season one. So I'm guessing it was like one of the best rated shows on Paramount Plus. So that's what greenlight the sequel. So now I wanted to see if they were going to come in and fix some of the problems that I had and some of the main Halo fans had with season one. And I'll tell you what, season two so far, like I said, I watched two episodes, which they're both like 55 minutes to an hour long. I will say this, as a Halo show, it's not really Halo, but as a show, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like I have to take my fanboyism out of it, and I am a massive fanboy, right? I have a Halo tattoo in the back of my neck, like underneath my ear, right there. So I carry the brand of Halo wherever I go. Halo means a lot to me as someone that's a gamer, right? Halo means a lot to me. So if I take my fanboyisms, is that's even a word? I'm making it a word, okay? If I take that out of it, is it a well written and directed and acted show? And my answer to that is yes. It's very well written, very well directed, very well acted, and I feel like the visual effects for a series looks phenomenal. When the Covenant was coming in and glassing the planet, looks phenomenal. When Master Chief and the other Spartans are taking out the elites and stuff, it looks phenomenal, right? So visually, I can never say like it looks cheap, right? I can never say, oh, it looks like a CW show. I can't say that. It visually looks phenomenal in every aspect you want it to look, and it just looks really, really good. The Master Chief helmet thing was a big gripe for me in season one. Little did I know that was the least of the problems of season one. When Master Chief just went straight butt booty naked, that was a problem. Nicknaming him Master Cheeks after that point. And then the fact that he got a girlfriend and then he was getting it on with this chick and they planted Cortana in his brain. It was just a lot of weird stuff. And I feel like they course corrected a lot this season to where I don't care if Master Chief doesn't have the helmet. I think when we're playing the games, I don't think any of us really thought like Master Chief was wearing that helmet when he was going to take a shit. Did anybody actually think like, yeah, Master Chief it's not like the Mandalorian where like he has like a code, like some bullshit code of the Creed or something where he has to like wear the helmet when he eats and all this like weird crap. It wasn't like that, right? I don't think any of us suspected that, yeah, Master Chief's gonna wear this helmet when he's taking a crap. He's gonna wear this helmet when he's eating. We all kind of assume, like they even hinted it at the end of Halo 4 when he was being decommissioned after the events of Halo 4. Like he goes up and they take his armor off and you see a glimpse of his face. So he runs around without the armor, we would suspect in this world, right? So I kind of came accustomed to, okay, this is just the way it's going to be. We're just going to have to deal with it. The story, I feel like, really picks up because I feel like the course correcting, like at the end of season 2 or at the end of season 1, Master Chief had Cortana planted in his brain. Well, somewhere between the end of season 1 and beginning of season 2, that was taken out of his brain. And Master Chief is kind of feeling like the effects of it, right? Like he misses Cortana. Now, if you played the game, Cortana is a computer chip that is planted in the back of Master Chief's helmet, and she basically can go wherever Master Chief goes. She's a little hologram. He can put her in computers and stuff. That's the way it was supposed to happen. Why they decided, hey, we're going to put her in his brain, didn't make any sense whatsoever. So he's missing Cortana. The Covenant is now going around glassing all these planets. They're training for something huge. And Master Chief is trying to figure out what's going on. What's the Covenant up to? And in the meanwhile, you have a guy from ONI who's now in charge of everything. And he is sort of like one of those, he's one of those corporate pricks that the best way I'm trying to find the best way to describe this guy. He's one of those, you see him in shows all the time, right? Like he's one of those guys that, you're telling him everything he needs to know and he doesn't believe it. He doesn't care. Like blah, 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 blah. We've seen it. Like I'm trying to think of the Marvel show that did it, but there was an MCU show that just did that not too long ago. To where, you're like, hey, this and this is happening. And he's like, oh no, I don't believe it. This is blah, 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 blah. And it's the corporate guy, right? The head corporate guy. They're always douchebag and so on and so forth. But yeah, so Master Chief is trying to deal with that, trying to deal with figuring out what's going on with the Covenant. Meanwhile, like having an attachment to Cortana and missing her. You have Halsey being captured by this douchebag from ONI, and then he's like basically torturing her or something with these clones and all kinds of different stuff going on. There's a lot of intriguing stuff going on. Master Chief and the other Spartans, the combat has always felt fantastic. I've always really loved what they've done with the combat and stuff. When this show is on, the show is on. They kind of, in the second episode, they kind of allude to some stuff that happens in season 1 that I didn't like, right? The little Asian girl who was part of the insurgents. I didn't like that story, right? I just felt like it was completely out of place for the rest of the stuff they were trying to tell in Halo. I believe she returns because there's a character that takes off her helmet and it looks like her. And then Master Chief's girlfriend was another thing I just did not like. It's just like Master Chief is not supposed to have the connection to any person, right? Master Chief's connection is to his loyalty to defend humanity at any cost. It was one of the driving points of Halo 4. I reference Halo 4 a lot because I really love the story mode of Halo 4. I love Halo 4 story mode. I think it's so underrated. But the whole crux of that game was for Cortana, who was dying. She's fighting with Master Chief and pleading with him is like, which one of us is the machine? You're more than this, John. You're more than just a soldier. Even Lackey at the end, just is saying, hey, like you say that like, humanity is not the same, there's a lot of stuff that I loved about the messaging of Halo 4. And I felt like that was something that needs to be in this, to see the humanity of Chief, but he's always been the one fighting with the humanity, fighting to who he really is. So having a girlfriend on the side just felt really, really weird, really odd, really just kind of, I don't get it. But yeah, season 4 or season 2. Hey, whoa, season 4, yeah, season 2 so far, I'm liking it. right? I'm really, really liking it. Does it have problems when it comes in terms of Halo? Yes, it does. We've seen all kinds of stuff be adapted. This is one of the better adaptations. It ain't like they completely butchered it like Uncharted or something. This actually is, an AR-5 looks like an AR-5. Like the stuff looks real. A Warhog looks like a Warhog. We get more of Master Chief, but we're spending more time with him than we do in the games where we're on a mission. We get to see Master Chief on his downtime. So there's a major difference between that. Anyway, I've been rambling on. I really, really enjoy what I've seen so far. Like I said, is it the perfect Halo story? No. But is it a good story? Yes. I really like. I think it's a well put together show, and I'm in it for the ride, and I want to see what's going to happen because they're really hinting toward this is the season that's going to be the Fall of Reach. And if anybody played the game, the Fall of Reach takes place right before the events of Halo 4, or I keep saying Halo 4, Halo 1. Halo Reach has its own game, and everything that kind of transpires from Halo 1 forward is from the results of Halo Reach. So the Fall of Reach storyline, I think, is fascinating, and yeah, I can't wait to see it put on the screen, the small screen, big screen, whatever screen size you got. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it, guys. I want to know what you guys think. Have you been watching it? What do you think about it? Are you giving it a shot? Did you drop off season 1? Maybe think about jumping back on to season 2? I don't know, man. Leave those comments in the comment box below. Tell me what you think. And I will catch you guys next time. And I'm not going to say Halo 4. I keep saying Halo 4. Not going to say it again. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. You guys have a good day.